For Analicia Vermond, this is a normal day in Caracas. Whenever there's a protest against the government of Nicolas Maduro, she goes. Since April, opposition supporters, angry at the collapse of the economy and what they see as President Maduro's increasingly authoritarian rule, say all they can do is take to the streets.
Now we were convoked to march to the Ministry of Justice, and the National Guard blocked the way. They were throwing tear gas from that way and from this way, so we have to go back. This is not safe.
Analicia didn't expect this to be her future. A law graduate, she's never been politically active. But along with what is now most Venezuelans, she believes her government is taking this country on the wrong path. What's your main criticism of the government? Is it the political situation here or the economic situation of the country?
I think it's the whole thing. I could not name 5 things that I'm happy with in the country. Not in the economic part or the social part or political part. I think it's just like a huge mess.
But around 20% of Venezuelans still say they support the president. Among them are Maria Fernanda Sanchez and her mother Violeta Antonetti. Both describe themselves as Chavistas, believers in the leftist movement of President Maduro's predecessor and mentor, Hugo Chavez. They now admit they are in the minority. I mean, do you have friends who are in the opposition, for example?
Everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
I'm a red sheep.
Right, you're the red sheep.
Yeah.
and do they don't persuade you and you don't persuade them?
Oh, no, I don't try to persuade them because, you know, they won't be my friends anymore.
Right.
Like my mom said, sometimes there's people who really react aggressively, but mostly I think they're kind of surprised or shocked that I'm Chavista.
Maria Fernanda, an English language teacher who's visiting Venezuela from her new home in Japan, says she understands why the opposition is gaining support.
I do feel that, you know, some people are genuinely going to the protest because they have, you know, a different perspective of how Venezuela should be run, which is totally, you know, is all right as citizens. But then again, like, there's a lot of people that I know, or friends that I know that go there without really understanding what they're doing there.
The opposition do say, and people we've spoken to who are your sort of age in the opposition, they say, we don't really want to go on the streets, but we feel it's our last option. You know, we feel that we don't have representation in the parliament.
Right.
We feel our money isn't worth anything. You know, we haven't even got enough money to leave the country. What else can we do? Leave the street? Do you sympathise with that a bit, or?
I mean, I think I sympathise with the feeling, but not with the violence.
As these protests continue, they are becoming more violent. The two sides blame each other for that. Venezuela is a divided country. Are the scars of that division permanent, or can they be healed?
I hope so, you know, I do hope so. And at the same time, what scares me the most is that there's people trying to really use that difference, you know, that divisive rhetoric of, you know, oh, you're Chavista, you're from opposition, and they're using that, you know, to create chaos.
Maria Fernanda says she will be coming back to live full-time in Venezuela soon. But Analicia is leaving. She's come to the conclusion that her own country is no longer a place she feels at home. Stephen Gibbs, CGTN, Caracas.